Washington Redskins. Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Ready. 8-3. Coming this way. Here we go.
Here's the former number 2 pick, the Pro Bowler Saquon Barkley. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now Jones. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. The 20, 10, 5, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Terry McLaurin, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms, because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
This will be taken in at the 1. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a first carry for Dial Pumphrey. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And it was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
At the 38-yard line.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. They run. Going to lose yardage here. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. 3rd down. Here's Haskins. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down. They gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
So the kick from here on a field goal would have been right at 53 yards, but instead, offense out there. They're going for it. They'll try and throw for it with Haskins. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 29, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Throwing Jones. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. But I believe the Giants got this back, and they will hold on to the possession.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
It's a gain of 15 yards and leads
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Now Jones from the gun on third down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, here's Haskins. And that throw intercepted. It's Chris Harris, the Pro Bowl corner. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
This will be taken in at the 1. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
6-yard pickup.
Haskins now off the bootleg. Finds his tight end Ingram. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 33. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver, because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same.
And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off by the veteran Antoine Bethea. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
The Giants take over 1st and 10.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Jones now already at 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. An incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jones. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47.
Go. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Defense.
Now Saquon Barkley. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the Redskins' 49-yard line.
Ready? 51 to Mike. I know he ain't got it.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. That's caught by Penny. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Touchdown, defense.
On the run, it's Barkley. Now Barkley stripped of the football. And the Redskins scoop it. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not only going to tip it, I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations, big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Lorenzo Carter in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago.
It's caught inside the 25. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. On the ground, Geis, and he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And that'll make it 13-7.
Makes the score Giants 13, Redskins 7.
So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a 1-score, 6-point game. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Down.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Redskins scoop it. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last two, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
They begin the drive with Pumphrey. Nifty move. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll run here with Pumphrey. Past the 20. And he will finally be taken down at the Giants' 16-yard line.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now a run with Geis. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
They'll run it now with Pumphrey. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
This is how offensive coordinators earn their money. He thought he was ahead of the curve after 1st down.
Got 7 yards 1st down play, but then you get stuffed there on 2nd down, maybe just a yard out of it. Now your advantage is evaporated. They'll try and get it with Geis. But he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Geis with a carry on 2nd down. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Darius Geis with his 2nd touchdown here this 1st half, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. All square now at 13 all as he sends this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Here we go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this one.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Jones on 1st and 10. It's caught inside the 25. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 33 yards that time. A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
10-2 stop. Hey, exit. Yeah.
2nd and 11. That's complete to Slayton. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half.
Ready? Stick the oar.
55. That's what I do. Check
65.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. So on 4th down, on comes the Giants kicker, Aldrick Rosas. And the kick by Rosas is good. Remember, with Rosas, there was some speculation last year in the preseason that he might not hold on to his job with the Giants.
But he certainly answered the challenge, didn't he? 32 of 33 during the regular season, 97% that is, and was named to the NFC Pro Bowl team. And by the way, at 6'3", 234, he can bench press your kicker.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. You're down 3 under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
Before getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
To throw again on 2nd down. Haskins. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. And Ingram hauls it in. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down. On 1st down, it's Haskins. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
At the Giants' 36-yard line.
On that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Again, it's Haskins. It's caught by Sanders. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
It's a gain of 20.
So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And Hopkins' kick is good. And that will tie things up as we head toward halftime. So they're able to make things level just before half and also leave very, very little time on the clock.
And I love the way that you phrased that. Brought a little soccer into it, and that's really apropos considering they just kicked a field goal to tie things up.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one.
And he's into the clear. He's at the 30, 10, and he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
PAT up and good by Rosas. And that will take us to the end of the first half of play. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Redskins take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Going for the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
When offenses dial up big shots downfield, they're not always for the guys out wide. Sometimes they want to go to their big target, deep downfield, and the defense breathes a sigh of relief. 50-50 balls, not easy to get away from the big targets.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow. Out of bounds at the 1-yard line. Could not have thrown that out there any better. When the ball hit the ground, I thought it might go into the end zone the way it was angling, but perfectly jutting out at the 1.
You think maybe what we saw in practice came into play there? You know, he put those big cans down on the sideline and then angled for him and shot for him. Looks like it worked out pretty well for him, too.
A little bit of space there for the first down run as that's going to get him about 5 yards. Tackled there by Monte Nicholson.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5 at the 6-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5.
Hey, come on, now, come on. Greystone, travel.
Second and 5. Catch made by Slayton. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. 17 yards and a Giant first down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't
they? Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. It's a big-time play there for the G-Men. 48 yards.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10. Jones now, operating from the gun. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 20, and his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. The 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
It's a gain of 8.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let it pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards that time at a Washington first. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. First and 10 at the 48-yard line. On the run, it's Pumphrey. Tackle made that time by Dalvin Tomlinson.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Again, it's Pumphrey. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
And Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
He's got his running back, Darius Geis. Give the Redskins 13 there and a first down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
4 yards on the pickup.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
10 yards there, good for a Redskin first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
And again this time to the tailback. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Marcus Golden, too much to handle that time, gets the sack.
But enough takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And Old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. It's the Redskins with the football, but trailing here as we get down to the good stuff. Quarter number 4. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. 4th down, here's Haskins. And no, it's incomplete. The Redskins go for it, but it doesn't pan out. And the Giants are going to get the football back. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down of this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
The drive begins with a handoff to Gallman. And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And he finds Kenny. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 18 there. The Giants have a 1st down.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion and the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. They'll run with Barkley. He's got the 1st down and more past midfield. And finally brought down at the 43. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, I'm not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to ride him down the stretch. He should have fresh legs.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Redskins' 43-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
61, matchbox, lights.
Slam, slam, slam. Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Check 26, check 26. Sick guy, check sick guy.
5.
This is Barkley. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 12.
The Giants on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
Step it up.
25, check 6-6, pull it high.
Check the backer, check the backer. Alert flare, alert flare, flare, flare. Check 9, check 9.
Speed trip, speed trip.
From the gun, Jones. That's complete to Gallman. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 28. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Ryan Kerrigan in on the tackle. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I'll just figure there's something wrong with the football.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Giants on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. A delayed give to Gallman. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
Watch the twist. Check. Crunch. 36, 30.
Ready?
Again, it's Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Barkley. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And Rosas puts this one through. And that will extend their lead even further. So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the veteran Antoine Bethea. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Watch twist. Check 99. Check.
They'll go to Barkley again. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. That's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back. Part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and that should just about do it. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll try and run forward with Barkley. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. They come out with one back and three tight ends. So second and goal, and standing by himself in the backfield, Barkley.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping.
On the ball.
He'll get it up the middle. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. So a victory here for the